You know him as Broadway Victor. We go to Nocal. Vic in Nocal. Broadway Vic, what's up?
Brother, it's great to be back in Smackoff 25, also known as Brad's quest to chase down that elusive white whale. And I don't mean that figuratively, okay? I mean literally. The Cablinasian is like a big-ass white whale, man. I mean, holy crap, Shawnee, what the hell has CBS Sports been paying you in? Corn dogs and cookie dough? Anyway, before I forget, I want to welcome the new guy to his first Smackoff. You don't know this, Ike, but I've actually been a big fan of yours for a while now, ever since I saw you in Cocoon. I mean, dude, you and Jessica Tandy are like my favorite on-screen couple ever. Speaking of actors, Mark and Hollywood's career is in the toilet again. I mean, Mark's so desperate for work these days that he recently auditioned for a snuff film. Yeah, he didn't get a call back for that either, Rome, which sucks because that means he's going to live to make another crappy phone call today. Hey, I'm predicting a lot of penile references in Brad and Corona's call today. I mean, it's been a decade since the DDS Ditola diagnosed Brad with a severe case of, well, DDS, Dong Derangement Syndrome. But my man remains unfazed. I mean, Brad spends more time talking about cranks than a 1920s mechanic. Hell, he could probably give an entire 20-minute TED Talk on the topic of tube. Hey, let's talk about that Muppet Rick in Buffalo. Or should I say shtick in Buffalo, because this is what he used to sound like.
Rick in Buffalo, he made it in. I got to be honest, Jim, I'm a little disappointed the Bills haven't fired Rex Ryan yet. And I can only hope that the reports he's going to be gone at the end of the season are true. Believe me, everyone here in Buffalo...
You see, Rick, you may have been Rick back then, shtick, but somewhere along the way, shtick, you ceased being Rick and you became shtick. But you know, the cool thing about Rick, though, is that his radio name, Rick in Buffalo, can also be used to describe his wedding night. And Rome, I'd say that Brad and Corona's name could be used to describe his drinking habits, but for that to be true, Brad would have to move to a city called, like, Appletini, California, because even a watery Corona beer must taste like freaking diesel fumes to that little snitch, Brad. Hey, Brad, you're so feminine and beta, I'm going to start calling you that broad in Corona. Okay, broad? Dude, you're so feminine and beta, I'm pretty sure that as a baby you were breastfed soy milk. And Rome, that psychotic weirdo who calls your show all the time, Mad in L.A., yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy was breastfed crack smoke. Okay, I don't get that guy, man. I don't know if he's like a former travel agent who lost his mind after Orbitz.com put him out of business, or if he's like some disgraced former geography teacher who ended up in jail for handing out A's in exchange for drugs. From San Quentin to Zimbabwe, from cell block B to Burkina Faso, from the prison rec yard to Reykjavik. Matt, I don't know how the hell you can get through your calls when I'm sure that smell phone you put up to your face must totally stink after you have to jailhouse wallet it past the guards as contraband every time you call. Well, I'd like to end by congratulating Stevie Carbone on having a lot of Twitter followers. I know that's very important to him. Of course, in order to get there, Stevie had to sit through like 1,500 hours of The Bachelorette. Good Lord, Stevie. When people ask you what you do for a living, do you lie and tell them you're in porno? I mean, hey, listen, all kidding aside, that's actually not bad work if you can get it. Porno, I mean, that's pretty much my dream job, Rome. Now, just hear me out. It's not for the reasons you might think, all right? Believe it or not, the prospect of having to Brazilian wax my package every other week just so I can do all kinds of vile things to drug-addicted runaways. Starlets who just really, really like sex is not all that appealing to me. No, the reason I want to go into porn can be summed up by two words: job security. Okay, think about it, man. You got these movies, right? You see hundreds, if not thousands of different girls, right? But you always see the same 7 dudes. Hey, that's what Jay Stu told me, okay? I don't watch that garbage myself. But for real, I mean, whether it's Pete North or that one bald-headed dude, it's like some kind of starting rotation in baseball. Hey, man, have you seen Johnny around? Oh, yeah, I've seen him, bro. He's working today. He's going on 3 days rest. I mean, it's like these 7 guys are like the Supreme Court justices of porn, you know? If you're lucky enough to land one of these 7 gigs, you get to keep it till the day you die. I mean, for real, I'm surprised Old Man Rooney there at 60 Minutes never did a piece on this.
Have you ever noticed that when you're watching porno, you see hundreds of different girls, but you always see the same 7 guys? How does that work? Do these 7 guys go through all those girls by themselves? Why, gee golly, they must have more clap than a curtain call. Out.
Well, my man was on that line for like 5 minutes. Vic in Nocal. He's got a championship. It was back in 2010. Is that going to be enough